All right, guys. So we are gonna be reacting to why America is not the greatest country, how stupid Americans are, I guess, or how stupid are Americans. TikTok compilation, man. We up there in the poll. Don't get me wrong. Our education is trash, man. Let's jump in and see what's going on.
Y'all, what the fuck? Y'all can take your kids to Galactic Toys, drop them off at Kid to Kid, and then go next door and buy yourself an AK-47. The land of the free and the home of
Wow.
This wall can't be climbed. This is very, very hard. Plus, it's designed to absorb heat, so it's extremely hot. The wall is, you won't be able to touch it. You can fry an egg on that wall. So it's a very, very hard thing to climb.
Yeah, that's. Yep. Ooh, man. Oh, man. Oh, that. Damn, man. Yo, a baseball, that thing is hard as hell, man. I got hit multiple times in my legs, man. Getting hit in the head. Poor lady got hit with the baseball.
1 second. If I had to describe Americans in one clip, America.
What's something that's clearly a scam, but Americans have been conditioned to believe is normal?
They think the United States is like the best country in the world. You guys are like miserable. You don't get paid vacations. You get in debt to study. You have to pay to go to the doctor. Guns, just guns. Your prison system sucks. Metal detectors at school, like, not that you have that, but that you need that. Just everything in general. And you call yourself Americans.
Okay. All right.
American currently living abroad, what is one time that made you realize that America really messed you up?
So I started my new job in the Netherlands. This was 3 years ago, and I was going through the company policy the first week. And I got to the section about leave, and they have a holiday leave, like PTO, and then they had sick leave in 2 different areas. And I was reading about sick leave, and I turned to my coworker, and I was like, I don't understand. Like, it talks about, like, the requirements for sick leave and, like, doctor notes, like, after 3 days, but how many sick days do we get a year? And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, how many are there? It doesn't say. She's like, it's just, if you're sick, you're out. I'm like, I don't understand. She's like, it's unlimited. It's just, if you're sick.
Yeah, that I agree with him. Like, man, in my life job, bro, my kid got sick, man. Like all kids got sick. My wife got sick, and I got sick, man. And I almost got fired, bro, on schedule. Because I put it on schedule. Almost got fired. I got a warning, man. And even I gave them the reason why they didn't give a damn. That's how I knew, like, man, this is so effed up. Yep. And some companies, the PTO, they put it all together with the 6 days, and they have to be approved. Like, yeah, we messed up big time, man.
Sick day. She was confused. I was shocked. There's a moment I realized we're fucked up in America and how we deal with people being sick with work.
The US healthcare system is insane. I just want to start this off by saying that I have really good insurance under my parents' names. And I had to go to the ER in November for a cluster headache that was on day 2 that would not cease after migraine medication, everything that I could take and think of. So I had to go to the ER to make the pain stop because I literally couldn't do anything without shooting pain. Anyways, for the one visit, $34,000.
That's crazy.
$28,000 is not covered. My mom goes, well, when you go to the ER, did you check that they were in network? And I said, it's the same building where I go to my other doctors. I figured it would be in network. She goes, no, Lindsay, sometimes if the ER doctors are not in network, you have to check for the individual doctors. I'm like, Mom, it's the ER. You think I don't check that before I go?
Yeah, that's something they have to check. Now they're more, at least in the places that we go, They probably tell you, hey, we don't take this company. Yeah, we take this company. Because sometimes they don't do that. See, they tell you, yeah. Let me see what insurance that you have, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden they just charge you after give you the service. After giving you the service.
What is one time that made you realize that America really messed you up?
There's a lot. This might have to be a series, but here's the first one that comes to mind. It's really two things in one. One night in mid-November, I woke up. I was having really bad chest pains, and I was like cold sweating and everything, all of the symptoms of a heart attack. And I was sitting there in my bathroom like, should I call 112 for an ambulance? It's going to be so expensive. There was a moment I literally thought about riding my bicycle to the hospital because it's about a 10-minute bicycle ride away from my apartment. I called the ambulance in the end. It was completely covered by my insurance. After I had the heart attack in the hospital, it was around 5 or 6 in the morning when I woke up. And I remember the first thing I thought was, I need to get my phone. I have to tell my boss I can't come into work today. I mean, the first thing wasn't like calling my mom. It was literally calling my work because I didn't want to get fired.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
Get fired in the Netherlands.
Yeah, that's what happened. See, that's what happened to me. This is something very similar. That's
for that.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
When I was in high school, I was asked, what language do you speak in England?
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Well, I remember visiting Warner Brothers, and our tour guide, in the beginning of the tour, he asked us where we all were from, and I told him that I was from Turkey. And every single time he would show something or tell us something, he would always say, well, you probably don't have that in Turkey. And I had to correct him every single time. It would be highways, but you probably don't have that in Turkey. Dumpsters, you probably don't have that in Turkey. Stray cats, you probably don't have that in Turkey. Netflix, you probably don't have that in Turkey.
I don't know about this one, guys. It might be true. I don't know. No, that's a little bit exaggerated.
Ellen show, you probably don't have that in Turkey and stuff like that. Like, where do you think I'm from? What do you think is here? A desert? Do you think we're riding camels? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So before having an American driver's license, I only had my Danish one, and I had to use that at a store, at a Walmart. And the cashier looks at my Danish driver's license and she goes, "Oh, where are you from?" And I tell her, "Oh, I'm from Denmark." And she says, "Oh, where's that?" And I say, "It's in Scandinavia." And she goes, oh, where's that?" And I tell her, "That's in Europe." And she goes, "Oh.
Where's that?"
"Oh, so in Canada."
Yep, that sounds about right. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. Our population is rotten their brains rotten, man. There's multiple shows where they have multiple females, and they ask this question: can you name the 3 countries? And you will be surprised how many Americans can name 3 countries. They can even name their own. This is, bro, I have to tell you guys. I work in the life insurance industry, and you wouldn't believe if I tell you that every time I will ask my clients certain demographic, I will tell them, in what country were you born? And you know what they tell me? Their county and their state. They don't even know that they were born in the United States, guys. I'm not lying. They will say, I was born in the country of Louisiana. Or, you know what I'm saying? And it was not once, guys. It was over 50 or 100 times, guys. I was born in Louisiana, in the county, whatever, in Smith County. And I'm like, bro, but that's not your country. And I'll be kind of embarrassed at the same time because we're recording this. And I'm like, I cannot believe people don't. I'm not surprised.
I did not.
In some of these shows, I was gonna say, they asked the question, "Can you name 3 countries?" and they can't. They can't even name their own country, man.
How to respond to that?
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So when I was in Savannah, Georgia in 2015, I met a guy in a bar from Cleveland, Ohio.
Ohio.
And after a short conversation, he asked me where I was from. So I said, "Oh, I'm Welsh, but I live in London, England, UK." And he was like, "Oh wow, your English is really good for someone that isn't American." No, sorry. I live in England. My first language, English. He was like, yeah, I know where England is, but your English is fantastic. How did you learn it so well? I'm like, well, in England.
I don't know about this story, man. I don't know. It might be true, guys. I mean, it's true. It might be true.
They speak English. That's kind of where the word English comes from.
I said, I don't think that he's good for you. How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion! Don't you get it? Why can't anybody have an opinion but you?
I did not understand that, man. Some of these... This is early TikTok, too. So, early TikTok was kind of abstract, right? Very abstract, kind of... very weird, man. Early TikTok was very weird. It was still 2 years ago. But it was kind of weird, early TikTok. If you have an opportunity to watch some of those early TikTok videos, it's so abstracted. It's so weird to watch, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, guys. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. I'll see you in the next one.